We're going for some smallmouth today. Yeah! For river monsters. River monsters. Stay tuned. We're tuned, Neilbone. Damn, look at that, some cinematic footage. Eh, it's alright. Well, we are back. Came out here yesterday. Got damn near skunked. I only caught one bass. One bass. Freaking groundhog. Dude, I can promise you that it's not a groundhog, man. They do not live in the water. I promise you. A beaver. That's more like it. Definitely not a ground. I'm done with this dude. This dude thinks groundhogs freaking swim in the water. It's a freaking beaver, dude. Look at this dude. This dude's lame. Screw that dude. Are you guys freaking ready? In my hands here, we have the Mystery Tackle Box Pro for the month of October. This is the walleye edition. This is my last walleye box. The other box really sucked, and then I couldn't change in time before the next billing. So I was like, you know what, we're going to ride out with it. And plus, I'm kind of curious, does the second box appear to be better than the first walleye box we got? So let's get into it. The first bait we got is an Amma Suspended Vibration Lipless, coming in at $9.99. Now, I have gotten this bait before in my Mystery Tackle Box Pro for the bass box. We've gotten this. So there will be times, I guess, the overflow goes into the walleye. But, you know, if you're trying to catch walleye out deep, this is definitely not the bait right here, because you're not going to be able to get down to them. So maybe at the rivers and stuff like that, this could be pretty good, you know. But unless they're coming up shallow. I'm not a walleye expert. I'm better at catching bass than I am walleye. But I've had some good days on a walleye. But here we go. That is that. And a lot of times, most of the time, I catch them fishing for bass anyway, you know. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice sheen to it. So I like that. And I'm a lipless. That's what I am. That's what Neilbone is. He's a lipless. So we got one lipless in the box. Or do we have two? Guess you'll have to find out. Next we got the Lindley Glow Streak coming in at $6.99. And I already got this out of the packs, so you just don't have to deal with me opening it. But it comes with 3 glow sticks. Now you might wonder why. And a tool. Now this thing's pretty cool. I do like it. I mean, on land it looks good. We'll have to see in the water. But as you can see here, we got a glow stick that will plug right up into this dude here. And you know, when you push it in there, it's going to really be stuck. And that's where this tool's going to come handy at. So that's pretty cool. The only thing I don't really care for is that back hook, you know. Once it gets damaged, it is a light wire. It could bend very easy. And I have a feeling if you hook up on some bass trying to fish for walleye, this hook's going to get destroyed and there's no way to replace it. You know, it would have been cool if they had like a little slit here with a screw that when you screwed the screw in, it went through the eye of the hook and they gave you some replacements so that you can replace it. But all in all, we're going to have to change out these hooks. They got the cheap brass hooks. You know, it may appear to be gimmicky to some, but I think it's pretty cool. I actually like that. It definitely feels like a walleye bait to me. Let's hear the rattle. Nice, deep, heavy rattle. So that's pretty cool right there. And from what I noticed with the glow stick, it looks like a glow stick that would... you could actually find at Walmart for like the fishing bobber. So hopefully it's not anything that's like special ordered, you know, because that'd be kind of beat. But you do get 3 of them, and I'm sure this will last you for, you know, a whole night fishing. Or if you want to throw it out during the day, you can, because when you're down like 30 feet, it does get darker down there. So that is cool. Next, we got the Vexen Crystal Reaper, $5.99. Now, Vexen, man, I've gotten a lure from Vexen before in a bass box. It was a square bill, and that thing was freaking horrible. I think it was called the Deep Thud. It was so bad. I mean, you could not get that thing down. You crank it down, it would turn to the side, it'd flop out the water. I tried to tune it. It was so bad. I don't know how Mystery Tackle Box put that in their box. I knew at that point, I'm like, I don't know that they test everything that they put in their box. But I don't have much vexing stuff, I can't tell you. But oh, I'm taking it out already before showing you. That's the Crystal Reaper there. Now this style of bait, I don't have any experience with at all. This here, a lot of guys like to use this for ice fishing, or if you're on a boat in some deep water, jig it off the boat. Me, since I don't have a boat, the only thing I could do is probably hit up like a dock and jig it from the dock. Or if I ever do go ice fishing, we definitely got an ice fishing bait there. But one of my thoughts were, you know, with this popping bobber, I could probably cast it out. And when I pop back, you know, from the bank, it's just going to go like this. When I pop, it's going to come up and pull the sucker straight up rather than drag it across. So, I don't know. Pretty cool. Alright, so got that. So far, these do seem like walleye catching baits, except for maybe that suspended one. You know, I still got to learn the walleye's whole routine. I know they do get up, you know, shallow at some point of the year. I'm pretty sure walleye, when they lay their eggs, I think them guys are just left to fend for themselves. They're not guarded. You know, they just kind of go up shallow and throw their little mess up there. All right. And next, we got the Aaron Bait Dragon Tail. These suckers look pretty cool right here. And it looks like you get at least 8 to 10 of these in a bag. So that's always good. Because freaking hate sample packs, man. You know? And I thought this is pretty interesting looking. Check that sucker out. Very flat. Feels like a nice, tough plastic. And it's still going to have some pretty good action with this dragon tail. Has like a spear. This one's a little bent up. If they're ever bent up like that, you could put them in, you know, boil into warm water. You definitely want the water hot, you know. And then just dip it in there for a couple seconds. Pull it out. And you'll be surprised. It'll be right back to how it came out the mold. So it's also a good way to soften up, like if you have some swim baits with very hard tails, people boil their frogs. It's just a way to soften up that bait, and it kind of really works. It softens it up. So got the Aaron Baits Dragon Tail. Shout out to Aaron Baits. These things are pretty damn cool. And the Aaron Baits were $5.49. Actually got the Lunker Hunt Big Eye Tailspin Jig coming in at $4.99, and this is one that I do like. That is a color jumbo. I have quite a few of these ones, and these things are awesome. This you could definitely get a walleye on. Get perch, yellow perch, white perch, crappie, panfish. I mean anything, even trout. Everything will bite this, including bass. So this is definitely a good one, especially on windy days or when you're just trying to get out to where, you know, they're schooling. If there's a group of perch out there just freaking busting the surface, you could really get it out there far to all the schooling white bass and stuff like that. So that's an awesome one there. That is a ½ ounce, I believe. What is it? Quarter ounce. Yeah, a ½ ounce would be a lot bigger. It feels heavy though, but that is a quarter ounce. So this thing will really get out there far. Got a single treble hook. I like that. That's a good ball bearing on there. All right. That is that. I like that. And then this is where things start to get bad. Next we got the Big Bite Baits Kamikaze Swim On coming in at $2.66. Which I like Big Bite Baits, and I like the Kamikaze Swim On. But I don't like 4 of them. 4 of them is lame. You know? It's like, this is what they look like. These are the little guys here. But my whole thing with this is, you know, you catch a fish, he tears it up, you're down. Now you have 3 left. Oops, you got a snag. Now you have 2 left. Starting to get dark. You catch a fish, tears it up. You're pretty happy that you got a fish. Then you go home and you're like, the next time you go out, you're like, nah, I just got one. You don't want to get on a good bite again and then be bummed out when you don't have no more baits to fish. And this is where I think they messed up at, right? Because, so they send you the sample pack, but then next, coming in at $2.50, they send you some beads, which nobody really wants the beads. I mean, I get it for walleye, Lindley rigs and stuff like that. Like, these are handy and stuff like that, you know, to have the bead, which is cool, right? But it's like, it gets bad with the next thing. You get a pack of Mustad Megabite hooks coming in at $2.99. So between these two, it's $4.50. And now if you're fishing for walleye, I don't really think like you're gonna really want this hook, right? You're probably gonna, if you're gonna want, like, you're most likely gonna use some kind of treble hook bait or something like that, or you're gonna use just, you know, the little single hook there, you know, like you would have on like a worm harness rig or something. I mean, chances are, you pair these suckers up together, you're probably going to catch more bass than walleye, you know? I just don't see where the idea is behind these two here. I mean, I understand this one a little bit more, but this, you know, taking up almost $5 value in a box. I would have much rather see that money go in to give me a fuller bag and maybe a different bait, but that's my only gripe with it. And, you know, they do give you this card here. You could pause this. Probably is some good information on there. Let me take the focus off. There we go. You can pause it, read up on it. Shows you the locations, you know, the rivers, the flats, the deep structure. So that's pretty cool. I do like these cards, you know. And then, of course, you know, you do get the dibble. Honestly, I really have not been reading these. I used to for a while. Used to try to take them into the bathroom with me, but you know, they got some bucktails for walleyes. You know, just a little catalog of different stuff, some interesting things in there. And yeah, then the classic mystery tackle box sticker. And that is it. That is the Mystery Tackle Box Walleye Edition for the month of October. I am going to change it out and go back to the Bass Box. Or, I honestly really missed the 6 cent subscription. But I think Mystery Tackle Box does a pretty good job, especially on their Bass Box. I just wanted to try some of the different boxes. I was going to try like the Trout Box and the Panfish Box. But I just feel like all that stuff's really an afterthought behind their Bass Box. So I think the best way to do this is to just stick with the Bass Box. But also the trout, they stock the waters around here, and a couple of our waterways are just too polluted. There's like some kind of parasite that, you know, if you get it in your body, it like lives in your brain, some weird stuff. So it's actually in the Chamonix Creek. They no longer stock that because there's some weird parasite. So I'm not too big on a trout fisherman anyway, you know. I mean, I don't really do that too much, you know, but they are cool. I just don't want to really catch stocked trout. I'd rather catch wild trout. But that is going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, peace out.